You know, when you look at the Earth from space, there are a few things that really stand out. But there's one feature that looks like a giant, perfectly circular eye just staring right back at you. When astronauts first saw this thing, they honestly couldn't believe it was natural. But this isn't science fiction, no. It's a real place with a story that is, well, literally out of this world.
So this all leads to a pretty wild question. What if one of the most violent impacts in our planet's history accidentally created the perfect setup for a giant, modern, green battery? It sounds crazy, but that's exactly the story we're going to dig into today.
So what you're looking at is the Manicouagan Reservoir, way up in Quebec, Canada. It's so unique that people call it the Eye of Quebec, and yeah, you can totally see why. But that nearly perfect ring of water, it wasn't made by people. Its real origin story is, well, it's truly epic. I mean, just look at it. It's this enormous, dark blue ring of water surrounding a huge island in the middle. The symmetry is just unreal, almost like somebody designed it. But the truth is, its beginnings were pure chaos. And to really get it, we need to rewind the clock. Way back. About 214 million years ago.
Okay, so we're jumping back to the Triassic period. The very first dinosaurs are just starting to roam around on a planet that would look totally alien to us. And it's right here, in this ancient world, that our story kicks off with a massive cataclysm from the cosmos. Just to give you some perspective here, Earth itself is about 4.5 billion years old. The impact that created this thing we see today happened 214 million years ago. And at that point in history, something from deep space decided to pay our planet a visit. And believe me, it was not a friendly one. An asteroid, and we're talking about a rock probably 5 kilometers wide, came screaming in and slammed right into what we now call Canada. The impact was absolutely cataclysmic. It released energy equal to thousands of the most powerful bombs humans have ever made. It was just this single moment of fire and unbelievable force that literally scarred the planet's crust forever. So the big question is, how do you get this perfect, beautiful geometry out of pure, violent chaos? Well, the answer is in the incredible physics of the impact itself, and then millions of years of nature doing its slow, patient work. The initial crater was just immense. I mean, we're talking 100 kilometers. That's about 62 miles from one side to the other. To this day, it's one of the largest and best preserved impact craters we've found anywhere on Earth. And to try and wrap your head around that scale, you could take the entire island of Montreal, drop it right inside the crater's outer ring, and you'd still have tons of room to spare. The size is just, it's staggering. The way this unique ring formed really happened in 3 main steps. First, obviously, you have the impact. Then, something really interesting happens, the rebound. Think about a drop of water hitting a puddle and splashing up in the middle. The same thing happened here, but with rock. The compressed ground surged back up, forming a huge central peak. And finally, glaciation. For millions of years, giant ice sheets moved back and forth across this area, scraping away all the weaker rock and carving out that deep circular valley we see today. All right, now let's hit the fast forward button through 214 million years of history, because that ancient scar, carved by an act of cosmic violence, was about to get a whole new purpose thanks to a pretty brilliant feat of modern engineering. This contrast really says it all, doesn't it? On one hand, you've got a wound that was created by pure cosmic chance. On the other, you've got a powerhouse created by human design. That deep, naturally contained, ring-shaped valley was basically the perfect, pre-made bowl for one of the most ambitious hydroelectric projects ever. I mean, just imagine the challenge. Back in the 1960s, engineers went way out into this remote Canadian wilderness to build a whole series of huge dams. And what was their goal? To flood that perfectly formed, glacier-carved valley, to tame an ancient titan and create one of the largest reservoirs on the entire planet. And that brings us right up to its modern role, which, honestly, this might be the most incredible part of the whole story. This is where that ancient disaster directly connects to our quest for a sustainable future. Today, the Manicouagan Reservoir is much more than just a power source. You can think of it as a gigantic green battery. It's actually pretty simple. When there's extra power available, they can use it to store that energy. Then, when demand for electricity is high, they release the water, it flows through turbines, and generates power instantly. It's this incredible ability to store and release energy on demand that makes it a massive rechargeable battery for millions of homes.
It's just such a powerful thought, isn't it? The most random, destructive event you can imagine, a rock falling from space, has been transformed by human ingenuity into something that provides stable, clean power for generations. Its ultimate legacy isn't destruction at all, it's creation.
And that's really the incredible journey of this place. It went from a fiery, cataclysmic impact in the age of dinosaurs to a silent, powerful engine for our modern world. It's got to be one of the most dramatic stories of transformation anywhere on the planet. And that really leaves us with a final thought to chew on. The Manicouagan Reservoir proves that hidden within the violent scars of our planet's past could be the very solutions we need for a sustainable future. It really makes you wonder, doesn't it? What other ancient wounds are out there, just waiting for us to find a new purpose for them?